देश के पहले पीएम जवाहरलाल नेहरू के गुजरे हुए 6 दशक से अधिक समय हो चुके हैं, लेकिन चर्चा आज भी होती है। कांग्रेस के नेता कहते हैं कि सियासी फायदा साधने के लिए पंडित नेहरू को आप बुरा भला कह सकते हैं, लेकिन यह नहीं भूलना चाहिए कि देश की आजादी के समय हालात कैसे थे, संसाधन क्या थे। यह बात अलग है कि बीजेपी के नेता कहते हैं कि पंडित नेहरू की ऐतिहासिक गलतियों का खामियाजा देश आज भी भुगत रहा है। इन सबके बीच राहुल गांधी ने कहा कि राजनीति वास्तव में सत्य के बारे में है। नेहरू जी ने हमें राजनीति नहीं सिखाई, उन्होंने हमें डर का सामना करना और सत्य के लिए खड़ा होना सिखाया। उन्होंने भारतीयों को उत्पीड़न का विरोध करने और अंत में स्वतंत्रता प्राप्त करने का साहस दिया। उनकी सबसे बड़ी विरासत सत्य की उनकी अथक खोज में निहित है, एक सिद्धांत जिसने उनके द्वारा अपनाई गई हर चीज को आकार दिया।
And he shaped, it's very clear to me that he shaped my great grandfather. This idea that is very deep in my family, that politics is actually about truth. And that the idea of having an image of you, a public image of you, is a fundamentally flawed idea. No matter how beneficial it might be, it's a fundamentally flawed idea. That is the central idea that Gandhiji, of course, completely lived by and took. And parallelly, Jawaharlal Nehru was also doing that. You know, I mean, I in his autobiography, I think, or one of his books, he writes that, one of the things that's made me happiest in my life is that I've always had the courage to tell the truth.
Yes, yes.
He says that. So it is this idea that, to me, is actually Nehru.
Rahul, another thing, now that you've been telling me this, and I think it's एक बड़ा इलाका खुलता है, जैसे जैसे आप बड़े हुए, कैसे कैसे ये कहानियाँ which came from more of a personal side of Indira ji, Pandit ji and others, और स्वाभाविक है कि since they were all political people and came through a great tumultuous period, politics must have been as much a part of their life as anything else. How did you come to start knowing, say, the political Nehru, the political Motilal? वो transition कभी family में हुआ या कभी बातचीत में हुआ?
There was no political Nehru.
Okay.
There was no political Indira Gandhi. They viewed the world as completely connected. So they did not view themselves as being politicians. If you were to ask me how they viewed themselves, all of them. I never met my great grandfather. I never met Motilal ji, but I can see a strain coming from Motilal Nehru, Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi, my father, and the strain is that your purpose in life is to search for the truth. And that's really how you view yourself. No matter what you do, that's the frame. My grandmother did not view herself as a politician. If you were to ask me, she viewed herself as somebody who was living their life and had multiple things that they were doing. And the idea that, there's no way you can take a Jawaharlal Nehru and encompass him by politics. Right? Because my immediate response to you would be, okay, what about author? What about prisoner? What about resistor? What about, friend? So even I don't view myself as a politician. Other people say you're a politician, but no, I'm a seeker of the truth. I seek in everything I do. Right? And I think that's a much better frame to understand them. The other strain that is there, and again it was there in my father, it was there in my grandmother, and it was there in my great-grandfather, which is that they're not interested in what you think of them. They're not interested in what you will think of them. They're interested in action. They're interested in, I'm doing this now, and this is correct for me to do now. I'm not incentivized by what you will think of me 20 years from today or 30 years from today. So that other strain, right, that you're searching for your truth, which is why Mahatma Gandhi became such a big part of my great grandfather's life, because it was a collective journey with Mahatma Gandhi as sort of in the Indian tradition as the guru, as the guide. But these two strains I see very clearly, that they don't really care what people will think of them. They will not be, they're not acting because people think they should act like that. Never. They're acting because this is what we think is true. Now they might come to what is true by listening to people.
ठीक बात है.
मतलब वो सच कहां से आएगा, वो जनता से आएगा.
खुले दिमाग के खुले दिल के लोग.
हाँ, right?
I think ये अच्छा हुआ, because lot of things about Pandit ji also and later on Indira ji also, although suddenly start opening up in front of me. जैसे I think the
अपने इस खास इंटरव्यू में राहुल गांधी ने हर विषय पर खुलकर बात की, लेकिन चीन का मुद्दा हो, कश्मीर का मुद्दा, ये वो विषय हैं जिन्हें सत्ता पक्ष यानी बीजेपी के नेता अपने चश्मे से देखते हैं और जनता से पूछते हैं, फैसला आप करिए कि कांग्रेस की बातों में कितना दम है। वीडियो को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करें। देखते रहिए इंडिया अड्डा।